I was 19. I had dreams, plans, a future that I thought was ahead of me. But suddenly, I was faced with the very real possibility that I wouldn't see tomorrow. I am Susie Muke, and this is my story. Watch to the end to see the shocking thing that happened to me that almost made me lose my life. It didn't start with drama. It started quietly, like it usually does. Weeks of me not feeling well. Weeks of me trying to push through. Weeks of me telling myself, you'll be fine, you always are. But on this particular morning, something felt different. I had an appointment with my hematologist, and normally I would go alone. I was so used to handling my sickle cell crisis by myself. But on this particular morning, I asked my mother to go with me. She said she had to go to work and encouraged me to go alone. But she saw something in my eyes, a persistent I couldn't explain, and she decided to come with me. And thank God she did. When we got to the hospital, my regular doctor was out of the country, so another doctor looked after me. But like so many times before, this doctor simply gave me pain pills and asked me to go home, drink lots of water, and take lots of rest. You probably just need a rest. You'll be okay in a few days, he said. And so we left. After we left the hospital, my mother asked me to go home by myself because she needed to go to work. But I felt too weak, and something inside me knew that I could not be by myself. So I once again pleaded with her to take me home before she goes to work. I am so grateful that she listened, because what was about to happen next changed everything. We took a cab home, but the moment we got out of the taxi, my body gave up and I fainted. My mother called the neighbors and they rushed me to the nearest hospital. It was a military hospital, but it was a weekend and there was no doctor on call. I was restless. The thrashing, the pain was unbearable, deeper than anything I have ever felt. My mother stood beside me, praying and pleading, God, please send help. Please send someone. Have you ever needed help so desperately at the exact moment when help wasn't available? When even the hospital, the place that is supposed to save you, has no answers for you. That was me, dying on a weekend when no doctor was available. The next day was a Saturday. A doctor who had no business being in the hospital stopped by for some personal business. My mother ran to him with tears in her eyes, pleading that he take a look at me, and he agreed. He ordered emergency blood work, and when the test results came back, he was shocked, alarmed, and afraid. He told my mother, if we don't find blood in the next couple of hours, she'll be dead. My family scattered in every direction to find blood. They called strangers, they begged people, they checked blood banks, but there was no blood to be found. The person in charge of the blood bank was across the street in a bar drinking beer while my life hung in a balance. As time passed, I could feel life leaving my body, not metaphorically, but physically. The room felt far away. My breathing was shallow. The pain was so overwhelming that I couldn't even say a prayer. And when the blood was finally found, my veins had collapsed. They couldn't get it in. And the pain, oh, the pain was indescribable. In that moment, I looked at my mother, the woman who had always been by my side through the pain and through the sorrow. I looked into her eyes and I said words that I never thought I would say. Mom, let me go be with Jesus. I am tired of being a burden to you. I am tired of the pain. And I meant every word. But my mother, crying, pleading, turned to me and said, my daughter, you are a gift to me. I am not tired of taking care of you. Her tears became my turning point, and with whatever strength I had, I whispered, Lord, give me strength to fight. Not for me, but for her. I didn't recover overnight. This wasn't a miraculous instant healing. It took me a full year to recover. A year to rebuild what the crisis had destroyed. A year because my organs began shutting down. A year to learn to speak again and to walk again. I had to learn how to be human again. It was humiliating, humbling, painful, and slow. But in that year, I learned something that I couldn't have learned anywhere else. God's strength is truly made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 became real to me. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. And Romans 15 verse 13 became my anchor, the verse I clung to day after day. It says, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him. Not the God who instantly removes suffering, not the God who guarantees an easy life, but the God of hope who meets us inside our suffering. And that hope became my oxygen. Hope sustains me more than blood transfusions. Hope carried me through every shaky step. And hope whispered, you will rise again. Looking back, I now understand that God did not waste my suffering. Every crisis, every night of pain, every fainting spell, every collapsed vein, every rehab session, all of it became part of my testimony. All of it became fuel to comfort others. 2 Corinthians 1 verse 3 to 4 says, blessed be God, even the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in trouble by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of God. And that is why I started this channel, because I know what it is like to be so tired that you want to give up. I know what it feels like to think you are a burden. And I know what it feels like to hear doctors say you are running out of time. But I also know what it feels like when God steps into the room, when hope floods in, when strength returns and life comes back into a body that was almost gone. So if you're watching this and you feel like giving up, if you are in your own hospital bed moment, physical, emotional, or spiritual, hear me, your story is not over. God hasn't abandoned you, and the God of hope is coming for you. Hold on to Romans 15:13. Let it become your anchor as it became mine. And if you need a space where hope is spoken daily, subscribe. Tell me in the comments, what are you fighting for today? I'll be praying for every single one of you. You are not alone. Your story, just like mine, has purpose.